welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry I've been MIA, but it's been super busy because this weekend I actually moved into my new place. Moving to a new city has been exciting. I started my prep course for law school preparation, and it's just been very busy, very intense, and I've been trying to get adjusted. As you may notice, I'm still trying to get my apartment together. But it has been fun and exciting, and I hope by the end of this week I will be done so I can give y'all a little apartment tour. So getting here, all I can think about is the fact that I actually was preparing to take my LSAT last year around this time. I was studying, I was taking prep courses, I was preparing to take another prep course to get ready, and it's just been a great experience. Yeah, I said there is a test to get to law school, but you can definitely conquer the test and ace it to get to where you want to be. So you might be wondering, what exactly is the LSAT? If you're not familiar with it and you think you want to go to law school, or you know someone who wants to go to law school and you think this will be helpful to them, well, the LSAT basically is the law school admissions test. It's what we use to get into law school and try to become lawyers. So the LSAT basically is a test that I think is more so based on you learning the skills for the LSAT, which means that you have to devote your time, put in practice, and actually learn the skills to put in that practice, because you won't excel as much as if you just go in blind eye and you just take the test and you don't try to learn what's on the test. So a breakdown of what the LSAT is. Test-wise, it has 5 sections that are multiple choice. And you would think a multiple choice test would be easy, but it's not. It's a lot of time. It's about 3.5 hours for the LSAT, plus the actual time it takes for the proctors to get you ready for the test and everyone to get checked in. It's very time consuming. Plus you have to wake up early to take it. Plus it's a lot of pressure to make sure that you have your magic bag, which I will get to. So the test is 35 minutes per section, and it's 5 sections for the LSAT all together. So 4 sections count towards the actual score, and 1 is an experimental section, but it's all critical because you want to learn about the 3 sections that are covered, which are reading comprehension, logical reasoning, and analytical reasoning, because you don't know where in the test booklet those sections may land. And if you have apprehension about one section, if that section actually starts you off, it might cause you to have anxiety throughout your whole test, and that could essentially affect your score, and you don't want to have anxiety about your score at all. So my best advice is for you to learn all 3 sections to the best of your ability. It's okay to have some weak spots in each section, but know that you have some strengths in each section where you can excel and get a good number of questions correct compared to getting answers wrong, and that should help push you over, because the test, in addition to being about the skills that you learn, is a lot of confidence. If you feel like you can ace it, that's part of your test strength. So going back to the sections, it's 1 reading comprehension section. It's a section for analytical reasoning, which is jokingly called the logical reasoning section. Not the logical reasoning section, the logic game section. And it's not a game, but it's set up like little games. But definitely have fun with that section and enjoy it, and just enjoy like learning your skills to make it more intriguing. Like put yourself in that situation. And then in addition to those 2 sections, you have 2 logical reasoning sections, and then your mystery section could be any one of those. So you don't really know which section actually could count, so that's why I say every section is critical. So the order of sections, like I said, do vary, so prepare for everything through preparation and confidence. If you know your skills and you are confident in them, you can hone in on the set of questions that you'll get for the exam and ace and flow through them just the way you need to. There is a writing sample after, and it's 35 minutes long, but it's unscored. But it's still important to put all of your effort into it, because the law school admissions council at each school that you apply to is still gonna look at that part of your test. So you still want to make a good impression on the readers of your exam. So, like I said, each little section measures the skills to bring success, quote unquote, for law school. So the reading comprehension inevitably tries to test how you read with understanding and insight, because when you're in law school, you're going to be reading complex law material. So it's going to be very dense and very complicated. It's not going to be anything like you've read before when you get to law school. So actually reading the dense material covered on the reading comprehension section is a way to kind of test your reading level for actually going to law school, because it's not like anything that you're going to experience. Analytical reasoning tries to test your understanding of relationship structure and draw logical conclusions. So the games will basically give you a stimulus, and you'll have a set of questions for each little game section, and it'll test you on different perspectives of logic to get to an answer. So the process of elimination does not always work, and it's not always successful. But if you learn the skills, you'll be able to easily eliminate all the wrong answers and don't have to rely on that faulty method. So lastly, and most importantly, because it does cover two sections, the logical reasoning section tests your skills in analyzation at a critical level and your ability to evaluate and complete arguments in ordinary language. So basically, the logical reasoning sections, it's like different fact patterns for each question, testing different areas of analysis. And your prep books will break this down, so don't feel dismayed, because I'm going to come back to it in the future. But like I said, it's your most critical section, because you already have to. You know you have to. So that's 50% of your score. So the score range is 120 to 180. And 120 is on the low end, and 180, of course, is on the high end. And most schools, they have a median range of about 151 to 155. It just depends on your school. Ivy Leagues, they tend to have a higher limit of a higher range of scores. So if you want to go to Ivy League, definitely aim for the stars if that's what you want to do. It's possible. It just is about how much time you devote to it. Law school, studying for the LSAT, being a lawyer, it's all about time management. So if you learn how to hone into that one thing, and amongst other things, you will be great. I forgot to mention as well that each little section is about 23 to 27 questions. And it may seem like, since it's a limited amount of questions, that you can just speed through the questions, but I'm telling you, like, the complexity and density of the questions is what makes it time consuming. So you need to learn how to manage your test to make the most of your time when you're taking it. But my best advice is to aim to take it once and fully focus on studying for the exam beforehand, because it is kind of expensive to go to law school. It's expensive to pursue a law degree. It's just expensive overall. The LSAT is $180, and you have other fees that you have to worry about. So if you can, if it is possible, apply for a fee waiver. Figure out ways to save money. There's always a program that is trying to hand somebody some money. Scholarships. If you get a refund, save a pinch of it. It's okay. But like I said, make sure that you apply for your fee waiver. And if you don't get accepted that first time, try again, because there's people I know that tried one time and they were denied, but they tried a second time and they were accepted to get a fee waiver. So definitely try more than once if you can. It's better to get a no more than once, because that could have possibly been a yes. But I also want you all to consider, if you are an incoming freshman or a sophomore, there are programs that subsidize the cost of taking the LSAT and going to law school that I will discuss in the future, because I want you all to save that money. So if it is necessary, though, it is okay to take the test again. Students do take it again, and it's okay. It doesn't mean anything. You might have not been ready when you wanted to take your test, or you might have had a bad night before the test and you didn't want to cancel because you had already paid your money. Like, circumstances change. Like, it's life. So definitely don't feel any anxiety if you have to take the test again. Don't feel bad at all. I personally took the test twice, and I don't regret it at all. I feel like taking the test the first time kind of calmed me and prepared me for what I needed to do the second time. But like I said, it is time consuming, and you should put a whole lot of focus on when you're studying. Definitely develop a good study schedule, because you want to put time and devote hours to actually practicing and learning the skills, instead of just putting in like 1 hour a week or 2 hours a week. No, that's not good enough. You don't have to study all day, every day. Everyone's study schedule is going to be different, but you need to devote at least, I would say, 5 to 8 hours per week. So you're at least spending an hour a day on the test to study for, because you don't want to just like build on your skills and then the next day you take a break, and the next day after that you might feel like you want to take a break. Because honestly, as a college student, you could be out there like, I don't have to study today. As a working person, I don't have time to study today. As any person, do I really have to study today? Yes, you do. You do. This test is important, and if law school is important to you, you will put in that time that you need to prepare for this test. So definitely develop yourself a good schedule. There are many prep courses and prep books that can help prepare you. And like I said, I'm going to talk about them soon. But the key is to develop a study schedule and stick to it. Because you can have all the prep tests and all the prep books in the world, but that doesn't mean you're necessarily using them if you're not using your time efficiently. So definitely get you a good study schedule. Exude confidence, not arrogance. And know that your score is not your defining factor for your entrance into law school. I want to emphasize, your score, it's a number. It does not define you. it helps you get the money that you can use to circumvent the cost of law school, or really just put you above the competition for actually entering law school, but it doesn't define you. And I don't want you to feel like you have to do the ultimate most to get a 180 or a 176. No. Study and learn the skills for yourself. Develop your own schedule based on what you need and tips and advice that you might get from other people. And just know that you will be great. Where it's for you, it will come. So, like I said, we're going to talk about these prep courses and prep books pretty soon, because I know that September 8th test is coming, and I wish you all the best of luck. Keep studying for you September babies, and I know you all will be great. Get you a mantra and know that you're confident in what you do.